just being natural aliveness as itself. Nothing to accomplish, nothing left undone. Again and again, the song of change teaches us, continuously played by all phenomena. Regardless of past commitment, vow only arises as our actual condition. Congruency is the only way forward. Embracing one's whole self, intimacy melting the obscuring ice of self-hatred. In the resonant heart, just like me, all who I see long for freedom. Within dimensional embodiment, shining in totality, relative space reveals the expanse of space within, and thoughts are put in their own place. From within the expanse, exchanging self for other, emotional energy reaches its apex without eclipsing into story. Through sheer honesty and luminous self-respect, the light of kindness illuminates what is in the shadows. Whatever is present, especially that which you are ashamed of, is the luminous offering that pleases the Dralas. Calling down the many-colored rainbow flowers like snowflakes all around, the transparent, ever-present teacher blesses us when we call for help. Nature, the most beautiful temple and skillful teacher, through opening our senses, her blessings enter our heart as the unborn transmission. You are my personal Drala, truly seeing and being seen, giving each other the transmission of goodness. The deity is none other than yourself, true nature transparently expressing itself through your beautiful uniqueness. Through the naturally arising bliss of union, the example of non-conceptual wisdom illuminates our practice to guide us like a torch. Like a lucid dream, that which cognizes and that which is cognized are of the same substance. Turning perceptions around, the eye of nature looking back at us recognizes the deities in never-ending union. Dissolving the meditator, letting movement uncoil itself, freedom through total surrender in the spacious expanse of being. Ultimate and relative in harmony, thoughts translucent while appearing, this unceasing, instantaneous, luminous creativity is wisdom. In the totality beyond apprehension, expressing itself as non-referential compassion dawns the natural resonance of reality. Inseparable, cognizance and motility sow the seeds that ensure benefit. Aspirations from the expanse issue forth to each individual expressing the expanse. Centerless, timeless, everything is the face of the deity. All time and space within the human heart. The holographic universe is true freedom. just being, natural aliveness as itself, nothing to accomplish, nothing left undone.
So, what we've learned in the way we're practicing with the first gesture was how to just be kind of nonplussed, not trying to make anything happen. One of the supports for that is the five senses meditation, and let's just do that briefly and move into the next practice together. But just notice sights. Notice the thoughts that label sights come back to sights. Don't give energy to the vocaling of thinking, sixth consciousness, or thinking. And we move to sounds. What can you hear? Noticing the labeling, its aliveness forming a curious little narrator, but it's like a little brother. It's not a problem. It's just a butterfly in a garden. Just let it be there and go back to listening directly. What about smelling? What can you smell? Could be subtle, could be strong. Ooh, I like that. Again, whatever labeling, no big deal. Let's move to taste. What can you taste? And what can you feel with your body? Gravity, weight, temperature, sensations. Feeling the earth. Feeling body and earth. The tongue, water, and taste. Smell, wind at the nose, and smells. Sound in ears. sights, the fire and light, the colors and lights and shapes and eyes, and then bringing it all together in the space, touch, taste, smell, sound, sight. And just opening the mandala of aliveness, just being. And then just moving into poignancy. You can notice how something's changing in your environment, or you can remember a time in the past and then feel how time has passed or how things have changed since. It's like we're feeling the distance between, if it were space, but it's all been now. But there's always this change, right? Sometimes the change feels somewhat imperceptible or very slow and subtle. So when we use memory, we challenge that kind of stasis or feeling of things not changing. Otherwise, we can just observe. If you can see birds or little bugs or things moving around, you can notice at those moments where they were, they're no longer there. How does that feel? We're working with such neutral objects, just practicing at this micro scale. when we embrace this flow, it's kind of joyful, and when we try to freeze things, it's painful. Why are you giggling, Stephen?
Your little birdie is calling to us, and then it called to Dragon too. Dragon's all excited now.
I was giggling because it felt to me like a perfect demonstration of tweet, 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 that's gone. Tweet, 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 that's gone.
Right, right. Well, that's the cool thing about we're using different, short-term and long-term memory to kind of feel the change, and it's so weird because it's like a very particular slice of a very particular facet that we're tuning into. And if you think about our entire educational upbringing, we weren't trained to do this. We were trained to like freeze thoughts and review them and go back and have things written out, and everything's. It's like we were psychologically trained to freeze a lot of information. That doesn't mean that's who we are or all we can do, but anyway, interesting. Okay,
Nervous systems.
let's dedicate the merit. Dun, dun, dun. And yeah.
All you mention peace, I have a good or bad connection with. As soon as you have left this confused dimension, may you be born in the Western Sukhavati. And once you're born there, complete the blues and the past. And the line about good or bad connection, I noticed you were all frozen.
Too real.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I don't know if
Thank.
it was like that for you, but
Yeah, no, it did. It got all weird, and then you sped up. You know how like Zoom shit, so it was all like bizarre.
People at home that we planned that.
Dralas are meddling. No, they're team. See.
bye.
Bye.